Hey, I know I haven't been posting on YouTube very much lately, but a lot has been happening. I just signed a new client today. And so right now I'm at 1.3K a month, which is not a great, it's not a ton of money or anything like that, but it's definitely a good starting point. And I've learned so much in the past, I don't know, I want to say several weeks, where it's like I could probably replicate where I'm now at within like a month, you know, at the most time. And I really just kind of implemented the stuff that I've learned, and implementation is just the most important thing that you can do. It's like you know all of these things of like input equals output, all of that, but that doesn't mean anything to you until you actually do it and you experience it. It's like I believe the saying is something like um, you don't have the motivation to start something, but when you start it and you see progress, then you get motivation from that to continue working on it. Although it's not, it's probably something else, not motivation, but it's like along the gist of that. Um, and I had three wins today. Like at this group I'm in, um, I'm not going to say whose it is because I don't want to expose them or anything, but um, it's basically they're like accountability, like every day what did you get done, who's a failure, who's not doing this, who's not succeeding. And I base and like the standard is to have one win per day in the wins chat, and I had three wins today. One of them was a client result, the other was a payment, and another payment of a new client that I obtained, which is actually the owner of my local gym, which is a 24-hour gym. It's like a smaller gym, not like one of those Lifetimes or any of that. Um, and I'm basically going to be filming content for him, that kind of stuff. I'm really excited. And since it's like in person, I'm actually going to be able to automate a lot more stuff. Like I can't go to the real estate agent clients, like in Chicago, and film stuff for him because he's in Chicago. Um, but here I can, and I can also get a workout in. Like at 9 tomorrow in the morning, I'm gonna be going to the gym, filming some stuff with him, and getting stuff set up. Um, but then right after, I'm just gonna have a workout, and then I'm gonna go do my other work. So it works out really well, and it's honestly crazy to me how quickly things can turn around. Like one of the biggest things, like if you're currently struggling with, like you seem like spread thin between your family wanting you to do stuff, then like let's say some friends need attention, let's say you have this going on, that, whatever. What I've started doing is while I work, I literally don't reply to messages. Like whenever, like the whole thing about the red like notification, um like it's supposed to be like alerting to you of like, oh, danger, have to check what the notification is. But I basically turn my phone into like grayscale or something similar to that, so everything is the same color, and that doesn't affect me anymore. But then for things like Discord, for example, I literally just don't pay attention to it. Like the one, the two, whatever, however many notifications, they would just stack up throughout the day, and then at the end of the day, I'll just read through everything, reply to messages, that kind of stuff. And I know that Discord messages aren't like urgent because I moved all of my important contacts to WhatsApp, things like that. And if there is a message that's important, they'll message me on there to say to check that. Um, but yeah, that's like the biggest thing I can say. Like, just force yourself not to open those messages. Yes, I got a message, but you can wait. Like, you're not important to me right now. I'm busy doing my own thing. And as far as for like family, what to do with that, I literally just shared my calendar with my parents, and I said, okay, whenever there's blank space, that means I'm available to help you with something, or just whatever you need me to do, basically. Um, and now, like, they tell me whenever we have plans, do I want to go to do this, or that? Like, now I can structure my schedule that way. And now they can just check rather than calling me while I'm in the middle of a sales call or something. So just, yeah, small things like that, and they have just significantly improved just my day to day. Like now, I just can't sleep right now because I'm so happy about the progress I've made today. Um, Not only are client results really good, they're also like right now we're just reaching a point where it's like things are only going up. And I'm not going to take it for granted because I understand that as soon as we relax, everything will stagnate and then fall again. So I'm like actively messaging, actively like talking to people who are very like good in terms of like actually continuing the progression in content, and learning as much as I can from everyone. And then I've already come up with several things that we can kind of implement and fix when it comes to content and how we approach that. Because it turns out I wasn't even doing half the things properly. Like, making a video go viral isn't difficult. It's just how engaging is it? You know, is there a funny thing that everyone can comment on? Is there, just things like that. And of course, that doesn't apply to everything, but that's just an example. Um, but yeah, like, it's everything is just starting to fall into place, and it feels really good. But I just need to keep the momentum going. I need to increase the momentum. And I honestly have been stuck in the trap of like doing absolutely nothing and expecting results for whatever reason. And I never really understood why, but it just hit me of like the reality of it of like, hey, I've been in the exact same position for the past 2-3 months, and I did literally nothing and got literally no results. Um, and of course now, like, I have a whole group of people keeping me accountable. Did you do cold call today? All of that kind of crap. But yeah, and I mean, even without that, I'm starting to do it myself. I'm just starting to like be more disciplined, things like that. But I think people just overcomplicate it a lot. Like, you don't need all of these fancy apps, all of this crap to restrict what you can and can't do. You need things that help you, yes, but they don't have to be like these massive softwares and this expensive thing that does this thing. Like, all you have to do is just decide, okay, I'm just going to dedicate my time to what's important. What do I need to do to progress X thing, whether it's delivery of service, whether it's figuring out your business, whatever. And then you just work on it. It's literally that simple. Like, okay, I don't have any clients. What do I need to do to get clients? Outreach. Which outreach am I gonna do? Figure out cold email, DMs, cold calls, whatever works best. Maybe try all of them. Figure out what works best. Just do that until you have 2-3 clients. Figure out how to do service delivery. You're good to go. And like, it's much more simpler than everyone thinks. Um, like, if I understood this, like, actually, like, through experience, like, if I were to start an agency right now, like, from scratch, I would be where I'm at right now within a month, easy. And yeah, it's it ultimately comes down now to discipline. How much am I gonna work compared to what I used to do of binge watching YouTube and all that other crap? And now it's much better. Like, I don't like I, of course, towards the end of the day when I'm done with all my work, I am going to kind of relax and kind of lay back. But the only reason for that is to ease into this lifestyle of just progressively working, constantly working on stuff. Because if I don't need to work on a certain time at a certain time, then there's no need to until like my goal right now with this is just to build up the skill of being able to do it. And it's paid off so far, and I'm going to keep doing it. I don't know if that made any sense. It's pretty late. I'm pretty tired, but I guess we just keep going. And yeah, that's my update for like the past month or so, however long I haven't posted. And I'm going to try and post more since things are actually going now. I have things to talk about. But yeah, it's been great, and yeah, only up from here.